Hello, everyone. My name is Samantha Miranda, and I work for the Office of Admissions at Illinois State University. Thank you for joining me for our transfer student application walkthrough. In this video, I am going to go step by step through our transfer application for admission with you. So let's go ahead and get started. If you haven't already, please navigate to our university homepage, illinoisstate.edu. Up in the right corner, you will see the Apply button. Go ahead and click there. From there, if you scroll down, you will see a red button that reads Visit Student Application Portal. We'll go ahead and click there. And on this screen, you see two options: log in to continue an application or create an account to start a new application. If you're a returning user, you'll go ahead and log in here. If this is your first time applying, go ahead and create an account here. When you create an account, you will need to share your email address, first name, last name, and birth date. And then the system will email you a PIN number, personal identification number, that you will use in order to apply. So go ahead, if you haven't already, and take some time to do that. I'll go ahead and log in as a returning user here with our test application. Now, when you come to the admissions portal, you will likely not see any applications started here, but because this is our test account, Reggie Transfer, which is our test account name, already has some started applications. You might just see and will likely see Start New Application. So go ahead and click that button. And then if you are seeking your bachelor's degree, you're transferring into a bachelor's program, you will select undergraduate as your application type, create application, and open application. From there, you are in our application. On the left-hand side, you will see all of the sections of our application. And once you start entering information, you might see new sections appear, but know that you can go between these sections quite easily by just clicking on the section's name. To start, I do want you to take some time to review our application overview. The application overview goes through our application process details, the application fee details, including how to submit a fee waiver, disciplinary and criminal activity disclosures, and our diversity and inclusion statement. After reading all of that, we'll go ahead and click continue at the bottom. The first question here and the subsequent questions will be about student type. The application wants to know what kind of student you are. So the first question, have you previously attended Illinois State University? You'll answer yes or no there. And then will you have attended any college or university by the time you start at Illinois State University? Because we're all transfer students, the answer is likely yes here, and we are a transfer student type. When you click transfer, the student classification definition will appear below if you wanted to read through that. And you will need to identify your current class level. And we define that by credit hours completed. So you'll select freshman, sophomore, junior, or senior standing. We will say that Reggie is a sophomore. We'll continue on. With this section, you'll be telling us when you want to transfer and what you want to study when you attend. You'll start by selecting the term you want to transfer. So whether that's spring, summer, fall, you'll select the term you want to apply for and the major you'd like to study. If you're not sure what you want to study, we call that undeclared at Illinois State, and that's the first major up at the top, followed by all of the rest of our majors here. I will say that Reggie is interested in studying social work. If you're curious on the major admission requirements for your program, you can click the link right below the major to see what the minimum GPA is for admission for your program and if there are any required courses for admission for your program. And then finally, if you're interested in adding on any of our pre-professional pathways to your program, you can share that interest by selecting pre-health, pre-law, or pre-veterinary medicine here. and continuing on. Who you are. So this section includes information about your name, your social security number, and then more details about you, citizenship, military service, and application fee waiver. So take some time on this page to fill in more information about you. Note with your name, if you supply a preferred first name, the Office of Admissions will use that in our communication, but not all of Illinois state systems can accommodate the preferred name, so your legal name may be displayed in other systems. If you have any former names that would be included on your application materials, for example, your college transcript, your test scores, previous applications to Illinois State University, you'll want to share that here so we can link those documents to your application. Your social security number can be shared here, along with your date of birth, gender, any additional gender information, and pronouns shared here. Similar to preferred name, please note that while we're collecting this important information about you at this current time, not all of our systems are designed to process or display this information. Your primary citizenship will be shared here, and if you do have dual citizenship, you can share that as well. If you are if you're currently serving in the military, if you have previously served in the military, or if you're the spouse or dependent of a military member or veteran, let us know that here. If you've not served in the U.S. Armed Forces, you will select that option. If you're interested in participating in our Army ROTC program, you can indicate your interest here. And then for the application fee waiver section, as shared before in the application overview section, you can review if you qualify for an application fee waiver. And one of those qualifications is if you're faculty, staff, or retiree of Illinois State University. And then if you do qualify for an application fee waiver based on economic hardship, you will indicate that here. As you click continue on each one of these sections, know that the application is saving your information, so that will not be lost. For your email, many of you, including you can see myself, may have provided a school email address when creating your account. We want you to provide a personal email address here, simply because when you leave that institution, if we needed to notify you with a personal email, that email might not be activated anymore once you leave that school. So make sure you're supplying a personal email for that section versus a school email. You'll share your phone number here, your home phone number as well, if that's different. And then answer the question of, can Illinois State University contact you through text messaging here? We share often important updates or reminders through text messaging, so answering yes to that question is just another way to keep informed. Your home permanent address will be listed here, and then if your mailing address is different from this address, you can indicate that here and share your mailing address. For residency, you will let us know what state you reside in. And then social media handles, you can share those here. We love to connect and engage with you through social media in this way. And it is important to know that sharing this will in no way impact your admission status. Continuing on to the next section, which is about ethnicity, your legacy, parent and family information. So here you will answer questions about are you Hispanic, Latino, Latina, or Latinx? And then select one or more of the following races. Legacy, do you have any relatives who attended or attend or have attended Illinois State? And you can check all that apply. And then do you have any immediate family members who currently attend Illinois State University? You can share that here as well. For parent and guardian degree, if one or more of your parents have received a college degree, you will say yes here. If that is not the case, you will answer no. This helps us identify first-generation students for additional programming and resources. And at the bottom here, you do have the option to tell us about your parents or guardians. So the relationship, contact information, and then if they work at Illinois State University, and then if you would like to add a second parent or guardian. For this section, criminal and disciplinary disclosures, you will read through and answer yes or no to these prompts. It is important to know that answering yes to both or either of these prompts does not mean that you will not be reviewed for admission. It just means there's an additional process for review. So be sure if you do answer yes to take your time on answering the questions below. If you need more time, you can always come back to those sections and fill those out. And then schools attended. This section of the application will likely take you the longest just because we have a lot of things to enter here. So as a transfer student, we need to know the high school you attended and when you attended that high school, and every college you've attended. If you just attended one college, you just have to put in one institution, one college. If you attended more than one, you'll enter every single one of those colleges here. Also, when you're entering these colleges, you have the opportunity to upload your unofficial college transcript and your unofficial high school transcript. However, transfer students are required to submit official transcripts for their colleges. So even though you're uploading your unofficial, know that at the end, we do require official before we can review you for admission. So here you'll add institution. And then you'll start typing in your institution. I'm going to start with Reggie's High School. I'll go ahead and click our one of our local high schools in town, Normal Community. And as you start typing the high school name, you'll see that some pre-populate. And you want to be sure to click on the pre-populated institution. So the contact information and the address will pre-populate. Typing it all in and having to go in after and type in the city and state is not the preferred way. We'd like you to select from that populated menu. Dates attended, so when did you start at this high school? We'll say Reggie attended high school from 2014 and he graduated high school in May 2018, and that is a high school, and he earned his high school diploma in May 2018. And like I said, if you do have that unofficial high school transcript, you can choose to upload it now, but you do not need to as a transfer student. We'll save that. And we'll go ahead and add another institution. And Reggie attended the local community college here, Heartland Community College. So we'll select that college. And he attended August 2018. And he spent 3 years at Heartland. He'll be graduating in May 2021. Level of study for a community college or most four-year programs, if you were just taking classes towards a bachelor's degree, that is undergraduate. And you can just let us know if you are going to earn or have earned an associate's degree by selecting the degree here. And then if you haven't earned it yet, or you've already earned it, you are going to tell us that here. Again, we are going to say Reggie's going to earn that in May here, so May 2021. And then you can upload your unofficial transcript again if you have that. You'll continue to add institutions, as many as you've attended in that section. And then right below that, you are going to be able, or we ask you to add courses that you are currently taking or plan on taking. not courses you've already taken, because we're going to see that when you submit your transcripts. So rather, you're going to let us know courses you're taking this fall, next spring, or next summer. So you'll choose the institution, Heartland, and I'll say Reggie is taking English 101 this semester. And that is 3 credit hours. From there, you can save or save and add another. It's quicker to save and add another, and continue on adding courses. And from that, we will see in our admission review the courses you are currently taking and plan to take, even though they might not be in your transcript. So take your time on that section. And continuing on. So some of you might see this page, others may not. There are 3 areas that will generate, based on your major, your program section here. Nursing will have a your program section. Social work, as you remember, Reggie's applying for social work, will have a your program section. And then many of the majors in our Wonsuk Kim College of Fine Arts will have a your program section. If you don't see this, it's because your major doesn't require additional information. If you do see this, take some time, complete this section, and again, if you need more time, you can always come back to it. For your story, this is everything about you outside of academics. So below here, you can enter in AP classes and additional programs. I guess that's about academics. But below that are things you've been involved in. So are you a member of Phi Theta Kappa, which is a 2-year honor organization? We have a PTK scholarship, so we want to know if you're a member of PTK or not. And then what extracurriculars are you involved in at the community college or at the 4-year that you're transferring from? Athletics, clubs and organizations, esports, fine arts. Do you have a part-time job or a full-time job, volunteering? And if you have any additional activities that you want to share about that you're involved in outside of the classroom, this is your opportunity to do so. Going back up to the top here, though, is an important section. There's an option for you to submit a personal statement. This is a statement that will address these 3 prompts that you can submit in order for the admissions processor to review if you have anything additional you would like to share with us. So in this statement, which is around 500 words, you will identify any circumstances that affected your academic performance, if applicable. Make clear your commitment to academic success in college, acknowledging your strengths and weaknesses and your plans to utilize available resources, and then articulate your readiness to engage productively in our campus community outside the classroom. So you can take some time and respond to those prompts if you have anything additional that you want to be considered in addition to your transcripts. This is a good place and a good opportunity to do that. And then finally at the bottom here, we're curious how you first learned about Illinois State. Maybe it was a college fair, maybe a family member, maybe a teacher. And then who most influenced your decision to apply? You can share that information here as well. As we continue on, we are getting towards the very end of the application. This signature page is important to read through. I certify that the information I have provided in this application is correct and complete. I understand that withholding information or giving false information may make me ineligible for admission to the university or subject to dismissal. I understand that if the information I have provided in this application changes at any time before I am admitted to or enrolled in the university, it's my responsibility to notify the Office of Admissions. If that is indeed true, please type in your full legal name here in place of your signature. When you confirm that, my screen's gonna look a little crazy because I didn't enter in every section, but hopefully your section will look a little different than this. If not, know that those sections highlighted below the yellow screen mean that we're missing information. So I didn't enter a phone number, I didn't enter an address, and then I didn't enter a personal email. So this is asking that I go back and make those corrections before submitting the application. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing my screen here. I want to thank you for spending this time with me. I hope that that helped take some of the scariness out of the application process. If you have any questions moving forward, you can email the Office of Admissions or call the Office of Admissions with any questions about your next steps or about the application itself. Our email is admissions@illinoisstate.edu, and then our phone number is 309-438-2181. Thank you and have a great day.